Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hello, Ukiuqtaqtumi tabunga nuna papamu. Tana takuyuminaw zaqqaqqaawyo saqqatinnasuuyaqu matuinnarsugu takuyunguassarsagu kisimuga. Canada says Russia and China are ramping up spy efforts in Arctic region. Surivaqaitanne. Taimedingawyaqsi. Canada's spy agency has observed intelligence threats targeting country's government and private sector. Canada's domestic spy agency says Russia and China have a significant intelligence interest in Canada's Arctic and are targeting both the country's government and its private sector. In his annual speech on threats facing Canada, Dan Rogers, Director of Canada's Security Intelligence Services, CSIS, Canadian Security Intelligence Service. It's like a Canadian version of American CIA type of thing. Flagged mounting concerns over hostile nations growing increasingly emboldened in the Arctic. It is not a surprise that CSIS has observed both cyber and non-cyber intelligence collection efforts targeting both governments and the private sector in the region, he said on Thursday. To me, Canada has increasingly flagged navigable routes that pass through the country's borders and the troves of critical minerals in the region as reason to increase investment in the north. In addition to new heavy icebreakers, Canada is weighing the purchase of a dozen patrol submarines. In the federal budget unveiled last week, Canada announced a $1 billion Arctic infrastructure fund to help build new airports, seaports, and all-season roads. $1 billion, but total cost for that one highway, $1.6 billion. But so nothing but cut 51 billion in cuts for Nunavut. Anita Anand, Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister, told reporters last week the NATO military alliance should devote effort to the Arctic, adding it must be an organization not only that focuses on the eastern flank, but also that looks north. NATO could the military European Arctic size. Canada Russia, Ukraine war the CSIS director outlined security threats posed by China, Russia, Iran, and India. Posted November 13th, 2025. Normally guarded Director of Canadian Security Intelligence Service Dan Rogers named the four countries he cataloged the espionage and transnational repression efforts of Canada's adversaries. Russia has been spying on the government and private sector in the Arctic, trying to send intelligence officers to Canada and procuring goods in the country for its war in Ukraine. Has been spying on the government and private sector in the Arctic. Kahit business kayo agit, military kayo agit, kayo mayarak po kayo, nila po. Qaujijaujut mutiyo. China's military and intelligence services, meanwhile, are seeking classified and sensitive Canadian government information while working to gain a strategic and economic foothold in the Arctic. Ukiuqtaqtumi na kaya ang isipin ko. Ukiuqtaqtumi katayo na si katayo ng mingwit. Over the past year, Iranian intelligence services have targeted several individuals they view as enemies. Kaya napamilta kaya kay inuinungan eh. Hindi ako lugaw. Was named among lists of countries engaging in transnational repression, in which foreign states target activists, journalists, and cultural, ethnic, and religious groups. According to China, Russia spying on governments, businesses in Canada's Arctic. CSIS director.
Has access to information. There are a number of ways it can happen.
Canada's spy service is warning that China and Russia have significant interest in the Arctic and are spying on governments and businesses developing the vast region's potential.
Non-Arctic states, including the People's Republic of China, seek to gain a strategic and economic foothold in the region. Russia, an Arctic state with a significant military presence in the region, remains unpredictable and aggressive.
Canadian Security Intelligence Service Director Dan Rogers detailed the threats faced.
China Munich Kogita. China Munich Kogita. Arctic minunakan niya takataw na si katalong. Kasi mga sakatiwa yata kuyan na mga si tamang tikitim na kasi. Subscribe, like, and share. Nila pa kuyan na may.